Hi campers, hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. And it's Friday afternoon. I've clocked off work at lunchtime today. I've got a half day, and I've come out into the woods for a cheeky wild camp. The weather's looking quite ominous at the moment. It looks like it wants to rain soon, so I'm going to have to move quickly and get the tarp up, I think. But we've had a heck of a lot of rain this morning. It's been pretty epic, the rain that's come through this area, so everything's a little bit wet and damp this morning, or from this morning. But yeah, going to enjoy a nice comfortable camp today. Got the day sack out with me. I've gone fairly minimal with the kit, but while going minimal, I've still got quite a lot of heavy kit in terms of wax canvas, tarps and wool bed rolls and all the rest of it. So I've managed to shoehorn it into the day sack. Quite pleased with that actually. And tonight I'm going to have a little camp out with my wool blanket and see how I fare, and enjoy a nice time. So I'm going to bring you along while I set up camp, I think. But just before I set up camp, I thought I'd show you this batch of fungi that I discovered when I walked in the camp. When I walked in, I thought that it was a load of wood or something, but it is massive. Have a look at this. That's my hand. Humongous. It's all around these beech trees here. I'm going to have to do a bit of research and find out what mushroom that is, I think. I'll put it on the screen if I find out. Just got to whip up a couple of tent pegs, or tarp pegs. I'll do. Cordage, some more pegs. home sweet home. That's better. The bush box today to have a little fire in. Right. I'm going to get the lantern on. So I've got some citronella candles in there, and it's a little bit buggy around here at the minute. So I'm on the lookout for something to use to help light the fire later today. So birch bark is one option that I can look for, but I've got lots of pine trees around here. This one here, and I think I'm going to try and harvest these sticks here. If I cut them off at the trunk, I should be able to get some fat wood out of it. It's a nice resinous wood. So let's have a go. No, not that time. Nor then either. Hey ho, you can't win them all, can you? This bit looks a bit nicer. Certainly smells resinous, but just seen a fallen silver birch over there, so I'm going to get some bark as well. This tree's very punky. And very wet. Right, so I've been milling around camp, little candle, grabbed a few sticks and some tinder material. Found quite a bit of birch bark actually, a few bit of fallen birch just over the way there. So I've harvested a bit of birch bark, probably use that to light the fire tonight I think. Although I'm just having a small fire in the twig stove, nothing major. And yeah, it's so humid at the moment, can barely fart without breaking a sweat. But this is end of August now, so last camp of the summer I'm going to say, or even though I'm out next week, so next weekend. But yeah, things are starting to cool down a little bit now, which is very welcome indeed. Can't believe it, I've been here 2 hours I think, 2.5 hours. Not had a drink yet, I need to get a cup of tea down me. Maybe it's biscuit time as well. Right, let's get the stove on. Bioethanol. I've got the Crusader Cook kit with me today, folks. Yeah, always one of the favourites in my little stove collection. The cooker with it, and the lid as well. So while I'm waiting for the pot to boil, I thought I'd show you the shelter. So, very basic setup for this camp. Just got the Thornhill solo tarp, which is 9 foot by 5 foot. I got that in a just a basic lean-to configuration. Really like that colour though, looks great, doesn't it? And for my bed this evening, I've got the sheepskin to sleep on top of, and the wool bedroll from Outhouse, which is a wax canvas sort of ground sheet with a wool blanket on top of it. Now I've got my Outhouse wool blanket there as well. And I'll probably be sleeping in this swandery tonight, and probably also my my smock as well that I'm currently sitting on. And yeah, keep it simple, as they say. That's all I've got. I've got a nice bit of food to cook up this evening, cheeky beer, and nice relaxing time at camp is the plan for this camp I think, really. Nothing major planned. Cheers, folks. That's better. But I'm out on a camp, got a cup of tea on the go, so that can only mean one thing. It's time for Barneys, biscuits and brews. Yep. And this time I've got yet another biscuit that has been recommended by you folks in the comments. Thanks as always for the comments and dialogue. I really enjoy that element of the channel, I've got to say. It's good fun. And a few times now some of you have suggested that I do a little dunk with some of these bad boys. The jammy Dodgers. I'll overlay a photograph of the packaging just so you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, bit of a classic in the biscuit world, I'm going to say, certainly here in the UK. And I'm going to go straight in. Don't think I've featured these on the channel before, so let's go. But for those that don't know, it's a bit of a nice short crust biscuit with a jam sandwich centre. Lovely. Give it a good dunk. I reckon this can take a bit of dunkage. Ooh. That's nice. So what the dunk does is it softens the jam in the centre of the biscuit, but you mustn't over dunk it. Of course, that was starting to go a little bit floppy, the biscuit there. So I took it right to the edge of dunkability. Let's go in for another. 5 seconds there, I reckon that dunk was. Again, I took that to the limit. 5 seconds, no more, for a dunk. That's a very pleasant experience, I've got to say. Got a nice sweet jammy centre in the biscuit. In that dunk it was a little bit of a soggy biscuit. Wait, stop it. I'm not going to say it's a Hall of Famer, that biscuit. Certainly not amongst, you know, the big guns, the chocolate malted milks, digestives and all the rest of it. But it's sort of mid-tier, mid-table in the old Premier League of biscuits and dunkability. Kind of like the Tottenham Hotspur of biscuits for dunking. Some people won't like me for saying that, but who cares? They are nice, very nice. One thing I do notice about the jammy Dodger biscuits is that half of the biscuit gets stuck in amongst your teeth and around your mouth. You kind of be picking that out for a good hour after you've eaten the biscuit. But yeah, enjoyed that one. So thank you everyone who suggested jammy Dodgers in the comments. I really appreciate that. And again, if anyone else has a suggestion that you don't think I've tried yet, then yeah, drop it down in the comments and I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. But don't say fig rolls. I did them last time after you suggested them. That was very naughty. But I'm out on a car camp next week up in Suffolk, so I'll be able to take a few more luxuries on that camp, I think, and maybe a few more biscuits. We'll see. But I'll bring you along for that camp, no doubt. So the weather forecast is suggesting there's going to be a bit of rain maybe in the next hour or so, as we head into the evening. It's 3:15 now, so yeah, around 4ish, between 4 and 6 it's saying there's a good chance of some rain coming. So I'm going to enjoy the good weather while I can, sit out by the tree, and then when the weather comes in I'll hunker down under the tarp, I think. Have a little fire just in front. But I've gathered a few sticks for the fire. Got to process them down, which I'll do in a minute. And yeah, very peaceful up here today though. Haven't heard much in the way of wildlife, which is always the way in the summer. It's very quiet. But I expect the hours might start cooling in the evening time. But I haven't camped at this spot for over a year, I think. Yeah, this is one of my regular haunts. It's always nice to camp here when I do. So Wuben got in touch with me recently, folks, and asked if I'd like to play with this. Their little teeny tiny flashlight, torch, call it what you will. It's the Wuben G5, and I don't normally go in for these brand things, to be honest with you. I get an awful lot of companies reach out to me. I'm very fortunate that I get a lot of companies reach out to me asking me to show off their products and their wares, and 95% of the time I've bin them off. But this one caught my attention because it looks like quite a neat and innovative product, and I've seen a few other people using this, and I've kind of had some ideas about how I could use that in my camping trips. And so when Wuben got in touch with me, I thought about it for a bit, and I still feel a bit conflicted about it now, if I'm honest with you, because this sort of content doesn't sit comfortably with me, I've got to say. But this was one of those opportunities that I thought, no, I quite like that, and I could see how I could use that in my camps as well. So yeah, here it is. And the other thing that I liked about Wuben when they were sort of communicating with me and was doing correspondence was that I don't like it when companies are very direct with you and make it very clear that they want a very specific type of video. Whereas when I was talking to Wuben, they were quite relaxed about that, and they left that up to me as to how I should sort of see fit to showcase this on my video and my content. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not in the business of doing a review, folks, but what I do have is some ideas about how I want to use this with my camp. So for this camp that I'm at today, this is my one and only sort of means of lighting other than the candle lantern. So I'm going to hook this up onto my ridgeline a little later on this evening when it starts to get dark, and this will be what illuminates my camp, just to see how it goes, because it's got this really cool feature here with the belt clip that you can shift around, and the light sort of swivels about. It's got lots of different functions and features that I really quite like about it. I like the fact that it's quite small, and it's really made quite well as well. It's solid metal construction, and yeah, quite like that. And it's got a red light feature as well, which I think is quite natty. So yeah, that's enough from me. But yeah, I'm going to use this tonight, and I'll report back, I suppose. And I've got some ideas for some other camps where this is going to start featuring a bit more and what have you. But yeah, thank you very much to Wuben for sending this out to me. They did send me an affiliate link and discount codes and what have you. I haven't signed up to the affiliate thing, to be honest with you. I'm not really interested in that. I'm not in this game to make money. I've made that very clear numerous times. And I won't share the discount codes because there's no point. When I looked at the discount on their website, it's cheaper for you guys to go onto Amazon and buy one of these. It's a lot cheaper, and you don't have to pay postage either. So if you are interested in one of these lights, I'll put the Amazon link down below at where you'll get the best value, regardless of a discount code or not. So yeah, that's enough from me on the Wuben G5. I apologise to anyone who hates this kind of content. It doesn't sit comfortably with me, I've got to be honest with you, but sometimes offers can be a little bit too good to say no to, and I really liked the way that Wuben sort of contacted me in this case, and I thought I'd give it a chance. high campers. So I've just been chilling around camp. Got some firewood prepped, and otherwise it's 5:15. I've not had lunch today. I skipped lunch, so I think I'm gonna have dinner. Gonna cook up some food now. I think a little bit earlier than I probably would normally do so, but I'm a bit peckish. So yeah, I'm gonna cook it up on the Crusader stove. I'm gonna save the firewood for a little bit later this evening to have a little bit of a ambiance around camp. Yeah, I'll show you what I got. So I'm going to be doing a Crusader Cup cook-up this evening. I'm going to do a bit of a one-pot wonder. So what I have got is a tin of baked beans, and got a bag of goodies here, and in here I have all of my other ingredients. Basically, I've got a few of these little oops, just dropped one there, anchor butter sachet things. My wife got these when she went out for lunch with her mum recently, and she said I thought they might come in handy for me. And then I've got in here, I've got some cheddar cheese, just a lump of cheese, some smoked sausage which I've sliced up, and I've got some mushrooms, red onion that I grew myself actually, that come out of our allotment a few weeks ago, and some pepper as well is in there. So I'm going to cook all that up in the Crusader cup with butter. I'll do the veg first, and then I'll add the sausage and beans a little later on. And finally I've got my little spice tin here, and in here I've got salt, pepper, some herbs, some paprika, and some chili flakes as well. And I think I might chuck a little bit of all of that in the pot, to be honest with you, for a bit of flavouring. So yeah, I'm going to get things started now, I think. Get the onion in the billy can, mushrooms and pepper. Right, so I've got the vegetables and a knob of butter in the Crusader cup to start with. Where's my spoon? Going to get that cooked up, then I'll add the sausage and the beans. Put an extra knob of butter in. Add in the sausage now. Sausage is cooked already, so that just needs heating up. Alright, so I'm just going to add some seasoning. So I've got some mixed herbs, some salt, pepper, A little bit of paprika I think might be nice. And then finally, a tiny bit of chilli. These are chilli flakes. And I'll give that another minute or so I think, and we'll call that done. Right, so that's all cooked now folks, and the last thing to do is add in the cheddar. This is nice extra mature cheddar, so looking forward to this. Yummy. Mix that in, let that melt down. Just moved over to my my dining room, aka my stump. That's delicious. I've done a similar dish to this before with chorizo instead of smoked sausage, and it was delicious then as well. You got all the oils coming out of the chorizo, but I wanted to try it with the smoked sausage as well, and it just brings a nice sort of different flavour. Lovely. Well, I'm going to enjoy this. I'll catch you later. Well, that was delicious, folks. Gobble that up in quick time. But just done my washing up and my dishes, and just gonna chill out now. I think I'm gonna light the fire next. Got everything prepped and ready to go, so I'll bring it on in a minute. Just reshuffled the stump for nighttime mode under the tarp. Turn it into a bit of a chaise lounge. Lovely. I think I might actually take my boots off now as well. That'd be nice. I've got a can of beer to open. Oh, sorry, stout. But I'm going to hang fire on that for a little while longer, I think. Enjoy that later. Just my little twig stove tonight. This is the Bushbox LF, which is like their sort of medium sized wood burner that they sell. I've had this one a few years now. Yeah. Still going strong. I've got the base for it as well to protect the ground from the heat. Acts as an additional ash pan. Lovely. So I was going to be doing an ultra minimalist camp tonight. I was going to be doing a sort of haversack challenge, where I was going to be sort of just living under my poncho with no bedding or sleeping mattress or anything like that. I was going to go ultra minimalist, in response to some videos that I've seen my old mate Des Catties and he put out last week, along when he was out with Gary from Tree Climber Cartel and Chris W Outdoors, and I wanted to film a response to them by sort of going absolutely bare bones minimal. But yesterday I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, What's the point? What do I want to go through the night like that for? I'd rather just enjoy the camp this time. So I've still gone pretty minimal and basic with just the day sack. So I've honoured what they did with their loadouts, and I'll put some links to their videos in the description so you can see what they got up to. I recommend you do check out their videos. So I've still sort of honoured what they've done by going minimal with the day sack, but I was hoping to flex a little bit, I suppose is what some people would say, and go sort of bare bones. But I thought, nah, what's the point? What's the point? I haven't got nothing to prove, and that's something that I'll be better off doing in the winter when it actually is more of a risk, I think. Yeah. Full disclosure there. So it's quite nice sitting here now, lounging under the tarp, sun glistening on the trees. It's lovely. I'll show you the view actually. There we go, folks. It's a beautiful evening. Just preparing some birch bark for the fire. This is what I gathered earlier on this afternoon. I've got a nice pile of birch bark scrapings there, which is what I'm going to throw a spark onto. Fire's kicking out some heat. Alright folks, time for a drinky poos in front of the fire. So I've got a cinnamon French toast imperial stout today from Tartarus Beers, and I've had this brewery before and they're always quite tasty, quite punchy. %10.5%. This is the only beer I brought out of me for this camp, so I'm going to savour this one. Cheers, folks. Certainly get the cinnamon. Very puddingy, but tasty though. Full of flavour. Very nice. Hi campers. Still supping on this ale. I'm nursing it in front of the lovely fire. It's a really peaceful evening though out here, and really quite warm as well. I'm sort of like sweating a little bit. I've just been walking around camp, taking a few photos for the old socials and the thumbnail and whatnot. And yeah, it's definitely quite warm. So I'm feeling quite confident with the wool blanket tonight, because in my experience the wool blanket kind of has a cut-off temperature, a comfort temperature, which sort of goes down to sort of 10 or 11 degrees centigrade. I think tonight is going to be a tiny bit warmer than that, so I should be okay, I think. But we'll see how it goes. But in other news, the Wuben light is hanging up on the ridge line and is illuminating the camp very nicely. So pleased with that. I'm going to leave it out through the night because it's waterproof as well. So no bothers there. Just in case it does rain or we get a heavy dew or whatnot. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy my little fire, which is ticking over very nicely actually, and carry on enjoying this beer. I might have a hot chocolate a little later. What time is it? 25 to 9, so still relatively early. And I think I'm going to listen to a podcast as well. We'll see. But yeah, just thought I'd check in.
Morning campers. It was quite a fresh morning, quite chilly. Just looked on my phone, it's about 10, 11 degrees according to the weather. But slept alright last night actually. I woke up feeling the chill about 3:30, which is when the temperatures are at their lowest normally. And I put my smock on. So I went to bed with my wool swan dry on and my hat, and then had the smock as a backup option for precisely the time when I knew it would get a bit chilly, and that worked really well actually. As soon as I put this on, I went straight back to sleep again. But yeah, the wool blanket did its job. Didn't need to rely on a fire through the night, so that's all good. But yeah, slept pretty well. Woke myself up snoring a couple of times. But yeah, time for a cup of tea, I think.
Cheers, folks. Oh, lovely. Tidy hi campers. So, all squared away now. Got camp tidied up, rubbish in the rucksack, and quite impressed with how it's all packed away actually. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I am absolutely loving this rucksack. It's so comfortable and so nice to use. Yeah, really glad I bought it. But yeah, enjoyed that camp. Quite a relaxed camp for me. Nice night under the stars, using the old school kit. So I'll get this video edited and uploaded hopefully over the course of this weekend, and as always, be grateful for your thoughts and comments on the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what biscuits you think I should be dunking next time on my next camp. And my next camp won't be far away actually. I'm out again next weekend for 2 nights. Lucky old me, I'm getting out quite a bit at the moment. And I've got a very forgiving wife. Thank you, Sarah. But yeah, I'm going to sign off here, and I'll bid you farewell. See you next time. Bye for now.